So in 2009, the Lake Forest Point Grand Avoli Cove Advisory Board was created by the state. In 2010, Lake Dotrieve was added to the board's authority. And we have the responsibility of commissioning studies and preparing reports about the health of the watershed. In 2012, we commissioned a study to study sedimentation into the system. We found out that 85% of the sediment coming into the system was agricultural runoff. That's when I enlisted the help of NRCS through the local district conservationist. Anything we can do to keep the soil in the fields is going to be beneficial to those water bodies.
So we've been growing sugarcane for over 240 years. What has enabled us to grow sugarcane for such a long time in the same area? It's really an industry's commitment to science.
So NRCS has 4 soil health principles that we really focus on all ag lands, pasture land, forest lands, and that's maximize biodiversity, minimize disturbance, maintain living roots in the ground as long as possible, and keep the ground covered as long as possible. So if we can maintain a lot of the residue on the ground, it adds that organic matter and build that organic matter that we're really looking for in a lot of our ag lands.
On these combine harvesters, when you're cutting with it, after you chop the pieces and you're trying to get the extractor fan to take the shucks out, it distributes it all over the back of the field. So our idea was to make a hood on it that we can capture all the residue coming out of the machine and direct it exactly where we want to put it at, on top of the tracks and in the furrows. So every time it rains, you have less soil erosion. The machine is actually depositing about 70% of the trash into the furrows where the wheels and tires and tracks pass at. And it's probably putting about 30% on top of the rope. And that 30% doesn't cause any problems with the emergence of our crop for next year, so we don't have to burn and we don't have to sweep it. So this is going to stay just like it is till next spring. Brenda has been doing some tests showing that we're probably yielding about 2 tons per acre better where we're not cultivating or anything, just leaving this trash rotting the cultivator.
So 2 years ago, we were granted this fund to test the modified harvester up against a common practice of managing residue. The first and foremost, we see it reduce erosion and runoff. The water is cleaner. We reduce the amount of contaminants in the water while leaving the field productive.
The soil is holding the moisture just like you would mulch a flower bed or anything like that. Leaving all this residue in the field is just like leaving all that mulch in a garden or anything else.
It's amazing to me that this study and our state advisory board and the tribe had an impact, and things are happening, and I'm blessed. I feel blessed and I feel amazed.
I grew up on a family farm in Louisiana, and a lot of these efforts and improvements over the years have come from the guy in the seat of the combine, the seat of the tractor, somebody who's not afraid to get a cutting torch and a welding machine out, and to take an idea from the seat into practice. And that's exactly what you have going on here.
Having our partners is critical, not only just LDAF, but Louisiana Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, you name it, the Soil and Water Conservation Districts. It's all integral to maintain conservation on our lands in Louisiana.
Sugarcane is the #1 row crop in Louisiana. It has such a value. And Buddy is one of the premier innovators.
I finally got one at Buddy's shop. They're working on mine, my first one, so I'm anxiously waiting to try it.
Farmers are the greatest conservationists in the world. Not only are we trying to take care of the environment because it's the right thing to do and also to do it for future generations, but it's also the bottom line for the farmer.
It gives us hope, not just for the tribe, but for all of the locals that use it.